Today episode, we have our one of the most talented artists in Europe here, specifically in Germany. So I came all the way from Italy. He invited me because he dropped his new single. So he invited me to come and interview him. I'm talking about a talented artist from Nigeria, somebody that lives based in Germany. I'm talking about none other person than Janngala of Germany. Let's give it up for him.
This is what time it is. Your boy Janngala representing Janngala music.
Okay, Janngala. So I have few questions, but how we are going to do it in a way. I have 5 questions here, guys. There's 5 questions here. Yeah. So I will pick from the first question and then I will ask Janngala. Janngala, hope you are ready for today's interview.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go with the first question. All right, Janngala, what inspired you into Afrobeat entertainment?
For me, Afrobeat music is a way of life.
Okay.
And every African have a story to tell. Me, I just want to pass my message through music.
Okay. So, meaning as an African, what you mean now? All Africans have their own stories to tell, so you want to pass your own through music. Okay. I think we'll go to the second question, and let's see what's the second question. Here we have, what are the difficulties you face as an Afrobeat singer here in Europe?
Not having the right audience.
Okay.
And lack of good producers here in Europe.
So meaning you guys don't have a good producer in Europe?
We have, but not that much. We have few. You barely see good producers in Europe. It's not common like the way it is in Africa, the way it is in Nigeria. You pull up, you have a good mix and mastering, all this kind of shit. It's difficult here in Europe.
Okay, so when you say not having the right audience, what do you mean precisely?
I mean in Europe.
Okay.
Mostly in Germany. You barely see a Europe country that speak the kind of language, the kind of give the same kind of vibe. You see, like in Europe, you have Italy, you have Germany, they speak German, they speak, Mm-hmm. But in Africa, when you speak Afrobeat, when you sing on Afrobeat music, they understand your message. They feel your pain. So for them to get in touch with you is so easy.
All right. Yeah. They sit on your pain. Yeah, they can relate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as an Afrobeat singer in Europe, like in Germany precisely, meaning if you guys have the right audience, you think there are good artists that can make this possible. Like, good music set itself.
Yeah.
Like if you have like Burna Boy all the way from Nigeria, he can come here and kill the show. Wizkid, he can come and kill the show. They do the same thing.
Sure, bro.
So, meaning if you guys have the right music, I think you guys can still kill the market. Is it about the audience or is it about the artists in Europe?
No, it's not. It's not only about the audience or the artists. In Europe, you have VDC endorsement.
Okay.
And all the big record label, they are focusing on artists in Africa and Nigeria. They are busy focusing on artists in Africa. So you barely see a record label that have interest in you because for them, Africa is woe all the way. So this is one of the difficulties we have.
All right, let's go to the third questions, Janngala.
Yeah, man.
All right. What do you think is missing in Afrobeat entertainment here in Europe? What are the things you think that is missing, that is making it like, Afrobeat now? Okay, as you said in your last question, you said lack of audience and lack of endorsements.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you think that is the only thing that is missing in Afrobeat entertainment in Europe?
No, I think there are a lot of things there is a lot of things that is missing as well,
like,
but not that much. Like collaboration, to work with an artist that is also here in Europe, or to work with an artist that is in Nigeria, in Africa, all over the world, So this is one of the problems we have. Like, for instance, if I'm in Nigeria and I do Afrobeat music, so it's more easier for me to get in touch with some kind of artists that have similar vibe like me, because music, it's just like music have different dimensions, Everybody have their way of singing. So some people might like the way I vibe, Yeah, so this is it.
But for me, I think some of the difficulties you guys have here in Europe because Nigeria. If an artist can just wake up and be like, okay, I like singing. I think I have the talent of singing. He will just focus on only the music career. Okay, but here in Europe, you might see artists that say, okay, yeah, I have the talent, I can sing, but from like he work 10 hours.
Exactly.
So when you work from Friday to Monday, you do 10 hours every day, like your normal work. I don't think you have that time to create that music.
Yeah, you are right.
Right? So I think this is one of the difficulties you guys are still having here in Europe because if you have the real time, dedicate your real time on the music, on Afrobeat music, I think you will excel.
The issue is that if you want to talk about Afrobeat music exactly, you have to know that most time you only see those artists that already have background, like their record label behind them, management, all this kind of stuff. So if you have a record label, I told you that a lot of record label they are busy focusing on artists in Africa and Nigeria.
Yeah.
But if you are in Nigeria, you don't have a record label, you still have to find a way to work.
But it's more easier.
It's a little bit more easier, but it's still difficult. But most artists, they already have a little record label, a little sponsorship endorsement, so they can do it. It's still like a little bit the same, but here it's more difficult because our bills are too high. Yeah.
But I still think there's one thing I notice about you guys in Europe, like the Afrobeat artists in Europe. You people always tend to do your own things by yourself. Like the upcoming artists, they don't do maybe collaboration, try to stick together and make something. Everybody feel I'm the best. I'm doing my own. I have to do it my own. I have to do it my own. I don't think it works that way.
Actually, this is not how it is.
But I have some.
The main problem is we don't have privilege for this. We have less privilege in Afrobeat music because Afrobeat come from Africa. Now you are not in Africa. You have to beat the way times two for you to, to reach that stage.
But you guys have to unite. I think what I'm talking about is the upcoming artists have to try unite themselves and just do something like unite, do something.
If we can unite, but still, we still need a good producers. And most of them, they are not here in Europe, they're in Africa. Because
the producers.
From the mother's land, this is where it is, where Afrobeat grew up from.
Okay.
So now Afrobeat just like a senior bro. When he was a child, there are people who brought Afrobeat up. So this is how it is. You need good producers, you need good management, you need sponsorship, endorsement, all this kind of
and
shit. You barely have it. You can unite together, but you still have good producers and all this kind of shit. So this is the